During the Holocaust, if you were a Jew and you lived in Europe, you would have probably got sent to a concentration camp. Some people survived the camps, but most didn't. 11 million people died in the Holocaust. 6 million were Jewish. There are not many survivors left, but we are lucky to have a survivor at our synagogue. His name is Manny.
Okay.
Where did you live?
We lived in Poland, Warsaw, which is the capital. I was born there, my parents were born there, my grandparents were born there. We lived for 1,000 years. And Poland has, of 35 million, there was 3.5 million Jews. And 500,000 was living in Warsaw. So he didn't have to go in other countries like Romania, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and look for a few thousand Jews when he had 500,000 in Warsaw. So there where he made a ghetto. Concentrated Jews to a certain area, built a wall, and made, I think, 2 or 3 gates only.
He lived in the ghetto with 100 family members. They were given very little food. One night, Manny snuck out to get food for his family through a hole under the fence. When he returned the next morning, everyone was gone. Manny was 11 years old and all alone. Okay. So how did you survive the Holocaust?
I survived because, as I said, I brought the food, and I didn't find anyone that didn't know what happened. So I gave to this old man the food, and I said, you eat, and whoever you find, give him. And what I asked myself, what you do, what you gonna do now? The only thing what you can do, go back to this farm from where you just came last night. What was his payment? To give me some food and to let me sleep in the barn.
At this point, Manny was sleeping with one eye and one ear open. He was scared the farmer was going to turn him in. The next night, he decided that he wasn't safe where he was staying. That night, he ran all night, not knowing any direction. The next day, he met a guy, and the guy said, I know you. I know your father. He owned the store. The man gestured for Manny to come with him. Manny had no choice. The man took him to a woman and told her to take care of Manny until he got back.
Finally, after 10 days, the 10 days was for me like 10 years in prison, like torture. He came, knocked on the door, she opened, and he said, thank you very much for holding the boy, and he said, let's go. Again, I don't know where he's taking me. But I have no choice, I'm going. Later I find out that she was afraid for him. He was a chief in the police. And my father did favors for him because in Poland there was a law, I think 7 p.m. you had to close the stores. He was a chief and he came late. He needed food, so my father let him in through the back door. So he felt like obligation to pay up something what my father. He took me to this dark alley and he takes out a paper and he said, here, this is a birth certificate. Your name now is Marian Redlicki. Don't forget Marian Redlicki, and don't ever remember that you are Jew and your name is Menachem Table. So I was going for days. Redlicki, Marian Redlicki, Marian Redlicki, Marian Redlicki. I shouldn't forget. Then I'm already happy because in Poland it's not like here. You have to have a picture ID. In Poland you need a birth certificate. I had a birth certificate. My mother was from the house because on the birth certificates you put also the mothers. Węgrowski. Węgrowski is a real Polish name. Redlicki is a real Polish name. So now I'm free.